Dan here, and today I'm covering a subject out of the book. I've done a couple other subjects out of it. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. I'm in the fourth chapter, and I've been reading about the wealth principle file. Rich people think big, poor people think small. And in here, the wealth principle that he really talks about is the law of income. You will be paid in direct proportion to the value you deliver according to the marketplace. So, the key word there is value, what you bring and what you have to offer. And um, a lot of people, trade their time for money for, that steady paycheck going into a job. Like me right now, I have a regular full-time job, but I'm also in the process of working to get out of that to where I have more control of my life and while still making money every day, but it's on my terms and without me having to put a lot of effort in, meaning I'm working smarter and leveraging my time and my money to get to where I want to be. But it was just interesting in reading this. It's going back to out there in life. How many people do we really affect and serve? You know, we have a lot of products out there, a lot of things that people buy. They buy cars, they buy trucks, they go to grocery stores, they buy clothing. And so it's a giving and serving. Yes, there's production out there for things to be made, so you also have to have that side, but it's still with the end result of serving a purpose somewhere for an end result. And so, in this, he talks about, how a lot of people like the security of having that paycheck and knowing how much money they have to budget and come in. But the idea of, those who are rich and stuff, they go with the idea of, getting paid for, you know, what they produce or the results of what they offer, what they give, rather than the actual time, but the end result. And I think that's a part of what network marketing is about. And it was interesting. This really stuck out to me in the book. And he asked the question, do you know the definition of entrepreneur? Well, I always thought, I always known that it was somebody that goes out, kind of has their own, you know, business, does their own thing, comes up with a product or a service that's something different, unique, that's offered. And, some get wealthy, others make good livings, others fail. But in the book, he talks about the definition we use in their program that he has for his millionaire mindset and stuff like that. But I tend to agree with it. Is a person who solves problems for people at a profit. You know, I'm nothing more than a problem solver. And that's something I've been talking about all along is if you're in a place or if you're at a point in your life where you're looking to, change your circumstances or change your life or to make changes so you have more control and not spending less time away from your family, being able to do more with your family, being able to have more and do more, then I'm trying to provide a solution for that issue and that problem. And that's why I'm reaching out and trying to offer to help as many people as I can in that endeavor. And the other thing is, you know, he talks about he's witnessed too many people not doing their job or not fulfilling their duty or dharma as it's called in Sanskrit. You know, meaning that too many people play small. Well, I admit I played small for it. I got very set in knowing that okay, I've got this much money. This is what, but in having that, I was always just there, or just surviving, or just doing this. And that's, like I said, over the last 10 or 15 years, where it's coming into play, where I've been looking and trying actively, not all the time, not for periods of times. I may have gotten into my mindset, but I keep coming back, circling back to looking at this type of model to get me to the freedom I want to do what I want when I want and how I want to, but not worry about the financial end of it that will cover the things I want to do and be able to help my family. There's a lot I'd like to do with my family. Some of it I realized more in depth today and doing some other reading after having some read last night and then reading another book, The Circle Maker, that I'm reading right now by Mark Battison, has helped open my eyes to some of the, and I believe in God. I believe in, and that's my vein of how I put things out. But a lot of people say infinite intelligence or the universe. That's my way of putting it out there for what I felt has been put on my heart, been purposed on my heart, that I believe has come from God, to how I can help my family, help my friends, help my church, those type of things. And that I've been playing a little too small, even myself. And a lot of times, we let our fear and ego get in that. I've gone over that in other posts, but he talks about, are we playing big? And I was thinking, and he makes the analogy, and for guys, perfect analogy. Are we playing in the big leagues or the little leagues? Well, most of us are in the little leagues. For women, playing in, are they, uh, I hate to use this, and I'm not trying to, glamorize or over, or, but, women, being this, but living that supermodel lifestyle, that type of mentality, for something that women strive for, being beautiful, being, what they in their mind perceive as what is beautiful. So in that sense, going there, not meaning it in any way or to be biased or, uh, making any implications there, but just that, I think a lot of us really, that fear and need, that, yeah, sense of security, rather than realize sometimes, those that take the biggest risk get the biggest rewards. And we've heard that before, and we've seen it before. I felt it before in my own life when I've been involved in sports and things like that, going out there and really playing big and, visualizing. The other thing that, I think I got out of some of this reading, and from the book that I was reading with Mark Battison, The Circle Mix, is the visualization process. A lot of times you've heard stories of some of these people. I think it was in that book that it talked about a swimmer, who, uh, the night before, visualized him winning the race, and he visualized him coming from a, you know, behind a comeback type scenario, where he won by split seconds or whatever, or the underdogs, and kind of goes back into, we always root for the underdog. I think that's our general nature, but I think that's something we can play into going after our dreams and doing that, because we all love that success story. We all can resonate. We all can draw into that. And when somebody makes it, it's like, oh, I wish I did that. Or, well, why not? Why not go and try? Um, there's nothing wrong with trying. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with failing, because if you look at Thomas Edison, with the light bulb, 10,000 tries before he got it right. But as I heard somebody else say the other day when they were speaking about it, his assistant said, that's the 9,999th times you failed. Why, not just give up? And his reply back was, no, I haven't failed. I just found the 9,999th way not to make uh, electric light bulb. And, I may have caused and learned how to make a um, explosion, which is not a good thing in that sense, but, in that process he learned about how to do something else. But he looked at it from a positive point and how it can apply to our lives. And if we look at it from that point and go from there, then yeah, we can play in the big leagues. And that's what I wanted to get out to you, is that, there's nothing wrong with chasing your dreams, and there's nothing wrong with looking for the right people and the right mentors and the right people to follow that can help you achieve that. And I hopefully would like to be one of those people. I believe I can. I've got the people and the team behind me that are helping me, but I can get you plugged into the same people and help you get to where you want to be. So as always, my information is below. Check it out. Thanks, and make it a simply simple day.